The Drake Bulldogs just love to crash the party. Under Amy Stevens, they've had their moments in the Valley, but Creighton is 18-4 at home in the Valley the past 2.5 years. 2 of the 4 losses have been to the Drake Bulldogs. Guess who's in town tonight to take on Jim Flannery? Roll on, game on. It's a rivalry night in the Valley. State Farm Insurance proudly presents America's Renaissance Conference, the Missouri Valley Conference, and a Friday night with the women in the Valley. One of the great rivalries in the league, the Creighton Blue Jays hosting the Drake Bulldogs in beautiful new Sokol Arena in Omaha. And hi, everyone, and good evening. I'm Mitch Holtis, along with Hall of Fame coach Jill Hutchison. And Jill, this is the time of year you start to rely on the kids with some experience.
Well, we've got 2 fifth-year seniors matching it up here tonight. Drake Bulldogs have Jordan Plummer, who is their key. And she goes, so go the Bulldogs. She's a preseason All-Valley pick, and she's lived up to her billing. She's been ranked in the top 10 in 6 statistical categories. But she's in a 2-week funk, Mitch. Over the last 4 games, she has dropped her average 5 points, including 2 9-point performances against Northern Iowa and Bradley. It's going to be critical for Plummer to get out of her slump, get out of herself to lead a very young Drake squad.
At 27 against Creighton last year. Now, what about Megan Nyworth, the preseason Valley Player of the Year?
Well, she's also the reigning Defensive Player of the Year in the Valley, and the Blue Jays have lived and died by the 3 this season. It's becoming increasingly more important that they get higher percentage shots. Nyworth is a great penetrator. She can create her own shot. She can finish in traffic. She's also an excellent rebounder, and she can capitalize on more second chance opportunities tonight.
The only player in Creighton history with 1,000 points, 800 rebounds, and 200 steals. You'll like this one. 2 teams that like to beat each other. It's Creighton and Drake tonight on the banks of the Missouri River.
Let's go, Bron. 1 shot.
For every tick of the clock.
The Ohio State Boys Championship is on the line.
What's your breath?
For every bounce of the ball. For every shot I've ever taken.
Switch. Pick left.
They're always with me. That's what being there is all about.
Bravo, Charlie, this is Echo Delta. Open fire.
Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Call off the tanks.
Basically, it's about symmetry. I'm good.
Be honest here, I mean.
Fuck it. I'm good.
My bad. I'm good.
I'm the man! I'm good. Ready? No.
Men can take anything.
I'm good.
Except the taste of Diet Cola. Until now, Pepsi Max, the first Diet Cola for men.
This is good.
It's the kitchen table conversation that's happening just about everywhere. How to pay this month's bills, how to plan for next month's. Sure, there are times when you have a little left, but what about the months you're a little short? Ameren Budget Billing, the zero-cost way to level out your monthly energy bill to the same amount based on your average usage. So looking forward, you'll know what's coming. And these days, knowledge is power.
The Missouri Valley Conference Game of the Week is brought to you by State Farm. To us, nothing's more important than being there. By Bud Light, with the just right taste that's not too heavy, not too light. The difference is drinkability. By Diet Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Missouri Valley Conference. By Prairie Farms and the farmer-owned Prairie Farms family of dairies. Prairie Farms, Highland and Roberts, serving farm-fresh dairy products throughout mid-America. And by Casey's General Stores, convenience stores, and a whole lot more. Welcome back to Sokol Arena in Omaha. Tonight, two rivals collide, Drake and Creighton. And the head coach of the Drake Bulldogs, the Alliance Bulldog. One of the great players in Nebraska history, Amy Stevens, of course, led the Bulldogs to the NCAA tournament after the 07 year when she won the Valley postseason tournament. And her lineup presentation of Bud Light with the just right taste. It's not too heavy, not too light. The difference is drinkability. All right, a move here in their lineup. They're going to start Brittany McSperrin at the point position, moving Jordan Plummer to the off guard. And I'm curious to see what Monique Jones and Rachel Hackbarth will do against the Creighton Bigs tonight. They've got to hold their own against Jim Flannery's Blue Jays. The Flan Plan, 8 years he's been here, 5 WNIT appearances. Of course, won the WNIT in 04 when he beat UNLV in the finals. He's 7-10 against Drake. And his lineup, coach talked about Nyworth, but Sam Schuett now can have big nights, averaging 12 points. He's had 4 double-doubles in the last 7 games. And I'm curious to see what their backcourt will do. Chevy Herring and Kelsey Woodard, if they can kind of get off the snide a little bit, they have been in slumps. Let's take a look at our series history, brought to you by Diet Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Missouri Valley Conference. Now, Drake leads at 34-17 all time. Creighton has won 2 of the last 3 meetings. And Jill, one of the most memorable games in Valley women's history was the final in the tournament between these two teams in Des Moines in 2007, when Creighton had a chance to win the game and lost the game in overtime, and Drake won the whole thing.
Oh, that was a barn burner, to say the least. But these two, because they're travel partners in the Valley, have become almost the biggest rivals in conference play. And they both recruit the same kinds of kids.
So you know the Valley with 10 teams, 9 teams, well, there's travel partners, and so Drake and Creighton hooked up. And I've often wondered if that doesn't mean that, I mean, you see so many upsets, many times the road team will win in this rivalry, but they get a week to prepare.
Absolutely, and they don't have to worry about 2 teams that week. There's not the fatigue factor that you have on a 2-team swing.
It's game on with the women of the Valley. The first possession belongs to the Creighton Blue Jays. Nelson and Woodard with a rare 2. She doesn't get many of them, but on the back cut finds a home.
Creighton obviously starting to put the ball inside in the paint early. As is Drake. Everybody going for the high percentage shot. Both these teams struggled badly last week at the offensive end of the court.
Hackbarth scoring for Drake. She's had her moments. 20 against Iowa State and then 24 against St. Louis U. Woodard right to the rack. 2 in a row for Kelsey Woodard.
Well, I tell you what, if Kelsey Woodard can keep doing that, she will be dangerous because she shoots the 3 so well. You have got to play her tight, and if she can put the ball on the floor, that'll be hard to stop.
Chevy Herring trying to heat up Brittany McSperrin in the backcourt. McSperrin, a sophomore, coming off a knee injury, but Amy Stevens likes her and thinks she's got a great upside.
I thought she had a great freshman year until she actually blew her knee against Creighton last season at Drake, and you know she's tweaked it a little bit this fall. Whoa! Plummer starts off with a bang, and that's important that she start fast.
A 3 for Jordan Plummer. She's 35% from bonus distance this season from 3. So neither team now has missed a shot yet. And both teams wanted good starts. I know Jim Flannery of Creighton said we've got to get off to a good start. They're 10-1 when leading at half. But Drake has answered their start.
Well, both of them, I think, are very focused in this game, and the kids have bought into the game plans.
And again, neither team has played since Sunday. And a chance the way the Valley works its schedule. You get a rare week to prepare for this rivalry. Chevy Herring's in trouble. Rescued and 9 to shoot now for the Blue Jays. Schuett so good around the basket.
You know, Schuett didn't play last season. She had been injured, redshirted. What a difference she makes when her presence is on the court. I think she complements this team beautifully.
Hackbarth, strong cut inside. Shot change just enough by Nelson. And this will go to Creighton. So a good start to this game, a good flow. Both coaches have to be happy the way their teams are playing.
I've got to believe that just because they're both taking good shots, they're finishing, but a quick substitution with Brittany McSparron off the floor, and she's been replaced by Kayla Person, who had been in the starting lineup most of this season.
Again, Drake trying to heat up Chevy Herring. And Creighton will put the side inbounds with 19 to shoot. Nelson attacks on Hackbarth, and the game's first foul will be called. Oh, no, they're going to call this a hook. An offensive foul against Kelly Nelson of Creighton.
Rachel Hackbarth took a good flop on that, convinced the official. Kelly Nelson has been the leading scorer for Creighton over the last 4 ball games, but it looks like a little bit of both. It looked like Hackbarth got her, and Nelson went into Hackbarth. So first come, first serve, got the foul.
Once that elbow gets past the rib cage, though, just slightly, officials will call it. It's been a point of emphasis in both the men's and women's game the last several years.
Chevy Herring was saying she didn't touch it. The officials didn't buy it.
8 to shoot here. Drake's shot clock running down. And a bucket from Kayla Person in the corner.
Person has not been shooting very much lately. She had 1 point in the last 4 ball games, so that's major for her to hit that shot.
Headed for the under-16 timeout, and both teams very fluid offensively, hitting shots here early. Nyworth, the skip.
Whoa.
An air ball from Nelson and a break opportunity for Drake. Chasing, following, and scoring. Katie Scheckinger for the Bulldogs.
Both of these coaches have got to feel that what they've tried to get across these kids this week is working.
Nyworth this time finds Nelson closer to the basket.
Yeah, Nyworth can do so much of that because she's going to always draw 2 defenders.
Creighton is so good. We've seen them as a pass and cut team. They get the floor spread. They've got good spacing. They've done it for years under Jim Flannery.
Well, and the other thing they do really well is penetrate and jump, and they've always had 3-point shooters.
A casual pass, and both teams are going to their benches. 9-8 Drake here early.
Casey's, it's all good. Much more to choose from. It's all good. Favorite food on the go.
It's all good at Casey's General Stores. This month, get any large made-from-scratch single-topping pizza for only $9.99 at Casey's General Stores. Your convenience stores and a whole lot more.
A taste of so much more. It's all good at Casey's General Store.
Hello, I'm Rick Navarre, president of St. Louis-based Peabody Energy and a proud sponsor of the Missouri Valley Conference. Peabody is the world's largest coal company. Coal is vital to America. It provides half the electricity in the United States and more than 70% in the Missouri Valley region. Peabody fuels electricity needs in 21 countries on 6 continents, and we are a global leader in clean coal solutions, providing affordable energy security and made in America economic stimulus. I invite you to visit us at peabodyenergy.com.
Drake actually leads the Valley in three-point percentage, and that 1-3 they've got made is the margin of the difference right now. Let's take a look at Jill Hutchinson, Hall of Fame coach Jill Hutchinson, State Farm keys to the game.
Drake is definitely worried about rebounds, mostly because Creighton has a +10 rebound advantage in Valley games only. The other concern is taking care of the ball, and that's Drake's issue. In the last 4 ball games, they have had 16 turnovers to 10 assists compared to almost a 1-to-1 ratio. But Jim Flannery's got to be pleased with his start right now. In the 3 games that they've lost, they've been behind double digits early. The other thing, they're going to try and take Plummer out of it. Stay between Plummer and the basket. They know she's the key.
At State Farm, to us, nothing's more important than being there. Drake very aggressive, and somehow Creighton comes out with the basketball with 7 to shoot. And a 3 is drained by Sam Schuett. She had 5 threes at Indiana State. She gets warmed up from out there. Look out.
Well, Schuett just is getting stronger every game this season. After redshirting with a bad ankle, she had surgery on that ankle. She's got her confidence back. She is going to be a factor.
I like her game, and I liked it even as a freshman.
Me too. And when she's with Nyworth, I think they're both better.
A great combination, and now Creighton is forced its 2nd consecutive turnover from Drake.
Both coaches going to their benches early here.
Kelsey Kreitz in. Allie Jensen is in now for Creighton, as is Katie Frank. Monique Jones with the hustle. Creighton will keep it.
Jones, another 5th-year senior. She's really the leader with that squad. She's the talker. She's just a great kid.
Closed captioning for tonight's game, made possible by Emerson, the global manufacturing and technology company. To learn more, visit emerson.com. Emerson, consider it solved. Look at Sam Schuett, junior from Millard West High School. Jim Flannery does a great job of keeping Omaha kids in Omaha. This is a good sports town, a good women's basketball town. The drive by Kreitz. And all of a sudden now a tie-up. The arrow belongs to Drake.
That was great effort that time by Creighton coming in and getting that tie.
Danae Moore with the hustle.
Danae Moore is a kid that started quite a bit last year and has really been out of the lineup quite a bit. She struggled to score, but she has been a defensive factor.
Good job by Amber Wolfschlager of Drake, not to travel, but they get the arrow flipped with the hustle by Danae Moore. That's a walk. And now the turnover issue that you said was kind of a point of emphasis for Drake is starting to bite them a little bit. That's 3 straight trips with the turnover.
Well, that's about the last thing they need here because they've got to take care of the ball. Every time Creighton is going to take advantage, no question.
Mitch Sperrin will bother freshman Allie Jensen in the backcourt.
Jensen started at point guard for the Blue Jays in their last game against Northern Iowa.
Danae Moore able to slide across on the cut.
I'll tell you what, Jim Flannery has definitely found things that players can do, and no question that Moore can attack the basket.
This is close to being off Drake. They'll keep it, but for Creighton right now, Jill, I'm seeing them move with a purpose offensively. All 5 players cut and whip without the ball, much better in taking the attack to Drake.
There's a good rhythm to it, and their spacing right now is very good. When they get the dribble penetration, they're clearing the lane, they're finding their dumps. They're executing well at this moment.
This system has always been hard to guard because you just don't get double teaming opportunities very often.
It's hard to help. They take you away from the ball very well.
Creighton on a 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes to lead by 4. Single digits on the shot clock. Turk, the reverse layup, outstanding with the shot clock winding down.
Amy Stevens has remarked that having Turk out of their lineup has really affected a lot of their rotations. She had a 3rd-degree ankle sprain after slipping on the ice early in January. She is just now coming back maybe 80%.
She had 7 straight double-figure games from November 27 to December 22nd. And Allie Jensen nails the three. She was 0-4 for her last 16 in the last 5 games, but she knocks it down, and Creighton leads by 5.
I think Allie Jensen's going to be awesome. Think of that, 4 for 16 in the last several games, but she's still shooting 38%.
There's a shove by Monique Jones, trying to get an offensive rebound. That's a foul that Amy Stevens won't mind, to see some aggression and to try to work the offensive boards to try to get some stickbacks. And Monique Jones, to me, is so very important to Drake the remainder of the season. They've got to get her best game in the next 60 days.
She's a hustle kid. She's the extra effort kid, and she sets the tempo that way. And you'll notice when you see her with 2 knee sleeves, she has been plagued by knee problems for all 5 years she's been at Drake.
In fact, both of these teams have had some serious injuries they've had to overcome and rehabilitate from. Woodard waiting for the 3.
Woody's been struggling at the 3 lately as well. She was 0 for 8 against Northern Iowa last Sunday. That was a good hit for her. She's number 4 in the conference in makes and percent.
3 for her last 26 in the last 5 games. She was ready for this one.
Yeah, nice in rhythm, but when the rest of the offense is moving that well, it's easy to get your shots in rhythm and not be standing still waiting for it.
Creighton off to a great start. Not only shooting it well, the 10 of their 19 points have been in the paint. It's a 13-2 run over the last 4 minutes.
That in itself is a switch from earlier in the season, Mitch, when they were getting most of their points at the arc.
Jim Flannery, longtime assistant for Connie Yorey, who's doing a great job at Nebraska. Talk about her more at halftime, but she's a National Coach of the Year candidate for what the Cornhuskers have done, number 4 in the country.
She has turned that program around and made a statement on the national level.
Of course, Connie played here and coached here, and Jim was her assistant for a long time.
The switching defense, or switching on screens, is making it difficult for Drake to find an opening.
And yet Hackbarth knocks down the shot. That's twice Drake has scored, Jill, with single digits on that shot clock.
Well, they've been patient enough and kept working the ball, and that's a credit when they've not been shooting it well.
Trying to get Nelson a look, but Hackbarth shoves her away. Force that one a little bit. Who's this off?
Wow, that's a matchup on the boards with Nyworth and Jones.
Nyworth is 3rd, or what, a great rebounder. It's 7 rebounds a game. But Creighton shooting it from the perimeter and also attacking inside. They lead their rivals by 6. Gatorade presents tonight's Valley legend, Creighton's Christine Enneman. A native of Omaha, she was a 3-time first-team All-Conference choice for the Blue Jays in 02 to 04, earning the Jackie Stiles Valley Player of the Year honors in 02 and 03. Over 1,700 career points. She guided Creighton to the national championship of the 2004 WNIT. The Valley's first national title in women's basketball, was most outstanding player against UNLV. Gatorade, that's G.
It might just take a little something different, a break from the norm, ordinary clock ticking the same time, same old with the flick of a switch, a new light, new mood, new tone, new pitch, voila, pleasureful indeed, oh yeah, satisfy my need, alright, how I long to be, my soul on fire, my spirit free, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa.
The Missouri Valley Conference celebrates athletic excellence, bringing you non-stop red-hot collegiate basketball. There's another team in town that we're privileged to support, the Bob Costas Cancer Center at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. The Cancer Center provides state-of-the-art technology, a child-friendly environment, and compassionate care to children who are diagnosed with cancer and other blood disorders. The Missouri Valley Conference and the Bob Costas Cancer Center. We're here for the kids. Give us a hand.
Where can you get the best milk? From Tom, from Russ, from Laura and Maggie.
It comes from all of us.
We're Prairie Farms, and we don't just work for the dairy, we are the dairy, making sure the milk in your child's school, in your stores, and on your table is fresh and healthy, handled with the kind of care that your family deserves.
We are Prairie Farms Dairy.
Ask for us, the farmer-owned dairy.
Creighton 3 for 3 from 3, and that's the difference. They lead Drake 19-13 at 10:56 to go in the first half. Time now to announce tonight's Prairie Farms Valley Scholar Athlete of the game, as it's Megan Nyworth of the Creighton Blue Jays, a senior forward from West Point, Nebraska. She never lost in high school, did not lose a game. Anyway, second team Valley All-Scholar Athlete selection, 3.36 GPA in marketing. The Prairie Farm family of dairies, Prairie Farms Highland Roberts Dairies, serving farm fresh, dairy fresh products throughout mid-America. And we saw her, one of the more crushing moments I've ever seen in women's play in the Valley. She injured her knee in the last 10 seconds of that overtime loss in 07 against the Drake Bulldogs. And it just...
That was awful.
And she's fought her way back.
Yeah, and better than ever, frankly. And that's the nice thing. Most knee injuries, once repaired, are stronger than they were prior to the injury.
Both of these teams are just shooting the lights out here, both sides, and yet they're both being defended.
I think the intensity on both ends of the floor is good.
A walk, Nelson trying to back in.
That is a point of emphasis in the women's game this year. Players keep changing their pivot foot when they back in like that and pick the ball up.
Person, the freshman from St. Louis, played at O'Fallon, Missouri, and here's a walk. So both teams trade traveling violations.
That's another turnover for the Bulldogs.
Amy Stevens had her heart ripped out on a last-second heave by Bradley. How about the job Bradley's doing?
Oh, my goodness. I think that could be the biggest surprise in the conference. But right now, it's important to expect the unexpected. Home teams are losing. Ranked teams are getting beaten. The unexpected is happening.
A very, very even league this year in the Valley on the women's side. But Paula Busher deserves a lot of credit with the role they're on.
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of new kids in that picture. And she's really got them going right now. They're on a 6-game winning streak.
Nyworth sets up Chevy Herring. Second three-point miss from Herring. Usually good at home. She's 45% from 3 at home, but only 30% for the year total.
Well, she's definitely been in a shooting slump for most of this season. Chevy just had her first double-digit game in almost 2.5 months last Sunday against Northern Iowa, and she got most of her points just in the last 10 minutes of that game. But probably last year we did a game, Mitch, Chevy Herring was 3 for 26 against the Bulldogs. And bless her heart, she did what she needed to do. She kept shooting the basketball.
At the line last year at Drake, Herring was 10 of 10. And she's drawn 2 quick fouls on Kayla Person. Key for Chevy's just not getting too sped up. Her assist-to-turnover ratio, home and row, or wins and losses, I should say, very divergent. There's a hand check. This is Woodard on the foul.
Kristen Turk's another player that was in the starting lineup before her injury, but honestly, I think Turk may be better coming off the bench. She gives him a spark.
Just trying to get her healthy. Nice look there. It's going to be over the back foul. Stephanie running just into the game. And Drake with 3 quick fouls here. That's 14 fouls, 9 minutes left in the half.
Running is a bright spot for Drake. She's really improved over the last 5 games. And another freshman that's finally getting a hang of college basketball.
Nyworth yet to score for Creighton. You see in the middle of the screen, she's got the basketball now. She can explode at any time. Woodard leans. This will be off Creighton. Drake will get it.
You know, I talked to Nyworth today about, so many of these players have struggled with their shots. It becomes a head game. And I said, so does that bother you? She says, I'm old enough now that I've missed enough shots. I can just keep playing through that. Good for you, girl.
Look at Megan Nyworth. She's had her moments against Nebraska. I mentioned the 4th-ranked Cornhuskers, 25 points and 12 boards. And then in that big comeback in Northern Iowa, 20 points and 10 boards. Hey, Northern Iowa had them on the ropes here, and Creighton was able to pull it out.
Yeah, Northern Iowa had a great weekend last weekend, beating Drake there and almost beating Creighton at home.
Drake trying to chisel into the lead. There's a reach in. It's going to be on Jensen.
Boy, they really socked in when the ball went inside. 4 defenders on the ball.
Amy Stevens trying to encourage her senior guard, Jordan Plummer. Played at Cardinal Ritter High School in St. Louis. Amy Stevens, fiery, I would say. It's the adjective.
That's a good description.
And a bucket for Drake off the inbounds play. Kristen Turk has 4 points. Turk a little aggressive on Schuett. At 7:58 to go in the half, we'll step aside. Creighton's lead is now 3.
Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Well, you're awfully quiet this evening.
Exciting college basketball for only $7? Now that's a steal. Get a great deal on great seats and catch women's college basketball in St. Charles for just $7. Don't miss the 2010 State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Women's Basketball Championship, March 11th through 14th at the Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri. Get your tickets today at 314-534-1111.
Now that the holiday season is over, there's never been a better time for a holiday. Plan your winter escape at ExploreSt.Louis.com.
You ready, Axel?
Your dog's one of a kind.
Good boy.
And now you have the power to help significantly extend his healthy years. A groundbreaking 14-year study by Purina proves that puppy chow, then dog chow nutrition, fed properly over a lifetime,
Ready, Axel?
can help extend his lovable antics up to 1.8 healthy years.
Faster, Axel, faster!
Long live your buddy. Long live your dog. Purina Puppy Chow and Purina Dog Chow.
Great leading by 3 at 7:58 to go in the first 20. Let's take a look at our Valley Conference standings brought to you by Peabody Energy and the Redbirds at the top of the list.
Well, they're 7-1. They have to go to Bradley, though, and those are the 2 hottest teams in the league right now. Illinois State on a 7-game winning streak, Bradley on 6. Creighton needs to win tonight to stay in that first-place race comfortably. But look at Drake. They're in a muck in the middle there, and again, a win for them would get them into the top echelon and give them a better chance as we get to the second 9 in conference play.
Good old back 9, and Creighton beat Illinois State in normal by 25
They
points.
spanked them. There's no question. So that's going to be interesting. And next weekend, Creighton goes to Missouri State, and that's the team that beat them here.
Peabody Energy, the world's largest coal company and innovative growing supplier of low-cost energy, bringing you the standings. And Drake brings you a tie with the 3-pointer knocked down.
That three by Alex Montgomery, a young lady that doesn't see a lot of time. That's her first three of the season.
So a bonus bucket for Drake. Schuett answers 3 for 3.
Schuett is such a competitor.
Single digits again. McSperrin trying to reset. Drake's got a clock problem. Turk forces. Great defense by Creighton. They're going to rule this a shot clock violation. Never touched the rim.
Yeah, Drake lost some of their movement off the ball on that possession. Not many screens getting each other open.
Ask Amy Stevens how many minutes she wanted to play Turk tonight. Again, nursing that ankle that you talked about. Kind of gradually getting 10 a game, maybe 12. She talked about 15 minutes tonight. But she looks like she's moving very well on the ankle.
She's doing pretty well. You know, it's going to get more sore after halftime when she sits for a while, but so far so good.
Nice drive. Schuett has 10 points for the Blue Jays. They lead 25-20. Schuett being very aggressive.
Person just didn't want to take that shot when she had it. Got into traffic with the layup.
Drake has done an excellent job in transition defense in this first half. Now they're going to try to get some transition offense. Woodard able to poke it out to prevent a bucket for Plummer.
Plummer wanted that ball lots earlier. I don't think Turk saw her out there.
But Jill, I'm impressed with the way Drake is getting back on defense.
Their transition defense has been solid so far this game. In fact, so far neither team with fast break points. Whoa.
Good feed inside, and Hackbarth uses the window. She's got 6.
That's nice hands by Hackbarth. He had a lot of traffic in there to find the ball.
She had 14 here last year against Creighton. Again, the Blue Jays have won 17 of the last 21 here in Omaha against the Valley, and 2 of those losses have been to Drake, and a good take. Nyworth is on the board. Kayla Person kind of out of rhythm on the shot. She's only hit 4 threes all year.
Matchups in this game are really pretty interesting of who's guarding who. Nice take by Herring.
Put it cup move in the air, and timeout Amy Stevens.
Yeah, Drake got it tied, and now Creighton has just stretched it out.
And Jill, let's take a look at Herring's bucket, but it accentuates your point. It's real hard to get help defense against a team like Creighton.
Well, because they've got Woody out there, number 3, then Turk's got to defend her and can't leave her because she knows she can hit it. So you got to decide, will Herring finish, or am I going to worry about the 3-point shot?
It's almost like Amy Stevens has to tell her on-ball defender, hey, you got to do this because you're not going to get lots of help.
Absolutely. And it's possible that they're only helping off of some players, and certainly Woody would not be one of them.
7-point lead for Creighton. A reminder, beginning here on January 31st, participating Schnucks and Hy-Vee grocery stores will conduct end-of-aisle displays where Valley fans can receive a coupon good for 2 single-session Arch Madness tickets for $15 with a purchase of 17-pound bag of Purina dog chow. For more information, visit archmadness.com. Creighton back with a 9-2 run, you see, over the last 250. But Drake has been answering throughout the first half.
Hackbarth just flattened Katie Frank that time.
16 fouls on Drake. kind of an important stretch here for Drake. They don't want to see this thing get too far away from him in the first half. And yet Amy Stevens, you know, she's talked about competitiveness with her team. I said, hey, the back-to-back, the first time they had back-to-back losses in 11 months. And she said, we just got to be more competitive. She goes, we actually were competitive against Bradley, and they've been competitive tonight. They're playing with grit in their teeth here a little bit.
Well, that Bradley game was nip and tuck. A 40-foot shot won the game for Bradley.
Nyworth, there's a push. This will be 1-1 for Creighton as Schuett goes to the line. And she is a huge story at the line. 39 straight free throw makes for Sam Schuett.
That's third best ever in the Missouri Valley Conference. Katie Miller from Northern Iowa had 53. Kelsey Luna earlier this season from Indiana State was 44.
Sam Schuett's last miss December 13 in Lawrence, Kansas against KU. And now 40 straight at the line for Sam Schuett. Both the men and the women of the Valley are great foul shooting teams. Oh, there's a miss. So the streak is over. 40 in a row.
Too bad.
Herring misses the rainbow three. Well, it was good while it lasted.
Yeah, 40's good.
Flannery will take it. He also take an 8-point lead at 3:59 to go in the first 20.
There for you and life's daily miracles.
Who's the best? This guy is.
There for you and your guilty pleasures.
Simply perfect. That's how our guests have described accommodations at the Hilton Garden Inn Omaha downtown. We've designed each of our rooms with your convenience in mind, including complimentary high-speed wireless internet and Ethernet access. Enjoy a relaxing dinner at Spencer's for steaks and chops, and wake up to a great cook-to-order breakfast in the Great American Grill. Choose the Hilton Garden Inn Omaha downtown and enjoy everything right where you need it.
Creighton hot, shooting 63%. They lead 30-22 at the under 4 first half timeout. When Metro Sports takes its television cameras on the road, pay attention to these hotel properties. It's home away from home. A lot of you travel throughout the Valley footprint. Youth sports teams, following your favorite team. Go to the websites of these properties. We also give you the phone numbers. And follow your favorite team home away from home and stay at our homes away from home in America's Renaissance Conference. Joe, Creighton setting on 30 points. They had 28 points at about the 4-minute mark of the second half last year here. They scored 44 total against Drake and lost at home.
They're definitely off to a much better start tonight, needless to say, but they've got a lot of different kids contributing, and I think that's the balance that Flannery is looking for. Lots more pressure right now from Creighton. That was a trademark of Creighton basketball. Lots more full court pressure.
Hackbart's going to go to the line. Finally, Drake gets to the foul line.
That was a nice pass inside by Plummer. That's one of those fouls that Creighton really doesn't want to have. But Plummer coming off of it, looked like she was going to take it. She dumps it right inside. Really nicely done. I thought the defense keyed on Plummer.
Hackbarth misses the first foul attempt tonight for Drake. She was 18 of 20 since January 1st. This TV jinxes her tonight. 74% shooter. All Valley freshman a year ago. Missed them both.
Yeah, Drake needed those points right now.
Spot up, knockdown. Danae Moore.
Was that a three-point shot, Mitch, or was that a two?
Just inside the arc, yeah, it's a two-pointer. The biggest lead of the game now for Creighton, and Drake has got to answer, and Hackbarth's going back to the line.
Hackbarth is doing a great job attacking the basket.
Katie Frank is fouling, and Hackbarth, who just missed two after being 18 of 20. You knew that one was probably going in.
Hackbarth usually a high percentage shooter from the field too. Number 2 in the Valley at 54%.
She was 6 of 9 last year in this game.
Wow. 3 out of 4 misses at the line though. Nice movement by Creighton, though. They really take away your help defense.
Nyworth had a great look and missed the layup. Robbed by the rim on the 3 from McSparron. It's going to be a foul on Creighton.
I think that's going to send Turk to the line this time.
16 fouls. They're going to say it's a common foul, so Drake's going to get the underneath inbounds, but Woodard's got his second foul. Amy Stevens trying to figure out a way to chop into this double-digit Creighton lead. Monique Jones has been quiet, but Turk is not.
Turk's another player that has really developed her game. He used to be pretty much a catch-and-shoot player, and now can attack off a dribble.
Drake making things tough for Chevy Herring. Again, Nyworth, second time she's had that left-handed layup and missed them both.
When was the last time Megan Nyworth missed 2 layups in a row, I wonder?
And a bucket nailed. Monique Jones gets her first basket of the night.
That was a clutch shot for Jones.
So Drake on a run. Nyworth forcing that one maybe a little bit, and Drake has a chance again to chop into the lead. It's a hand check on Herring, and that is going to put Drake at the line with a 1-and-1. And a timeout, a use it or lose it timeout here, with Creighton leading 34-27. Again, the Blue Jays still shooting it very well at 58%, but so is Drake. They're at 57%. Jim Flannery, 4 20-win seasons here at Creighton. And look at Amy Stevens in her 7th year. She was in Nebraska Kearney in Division II in the RMAC and did a great job there. Of course, one of the better players in University of Nebraska history. Nice crowd on hand, and then an invader from the east in this I-80 rivalry. 2 schools with outstanding academic reputations. connected by Interstate 80 by a couple hours. And Brittany McSperrin will get free throws here. 1-and-1 opportunity. McSperrin is 73% at the line for the season. Before the injury last year, Jill told you did some great things her freshman year, including 18 against Wichita State. And Drake is right back in it. And underneath, Chevy Herring able to penetrate. That's 5 in the first half for Chevy Herring. Creighton led by 12 at one point. It's been knocked down to 7. Running. Not able to hit that shot. Differential at 6 seconds here on the shot clock to game clock. Creighton can be careful with this possession. Plummer trying to stay in front of Herring. They get the clear out for Nyworth. And Drake able to bother. Drake trying to get rescued here. Running finally gets rid of it to Plummer. Clock a factor. Plummer deep 3. Got the roll. Jordan Plummer with the real deep 3, and Drake ends the half on a flurry. First of all, running had all kinds of problems after the rebound, but found the outlet to Jordan Plummer. And Plummer with the deep 3. And Drake has taken a 12-point deficit and cut it down to 4 as Drake ends the half on a 10-2 run. And let's go with Jill Hutchison.
Glenn, you may not like that last shot, but you got to like the way your team started this half.
Well, for 17 minutes, we were right where we wanted to be. We just didn't finish the half. We made some bad plays. Megan missed some layups, and then we just didn't clock management the last 2 minutes. But the ball's gone in the basket a little easier than it has in our last few home games. That's good to see. Our movement on offense is good. We got to do a better job defensively in transition. We let Plummer get to the basket, and then we fouled him toward the end and let him get back in the game.
Good luck second half, Lane.
Thanks, Jill.
Our chat with the coaches all year long brought to you by St. Charles Convention and Visitors Bureau. And making plans to attend the State Farm Women's Championship, go to www.historicstcharles.com or call 1-800-366-2427. Creighton, when leading at half this season, is 10-1. And yet their arch rivals from down Interstate 80 will take momentum into halftime. A 4-point lead for the Blue Jays.
Drake University. Think blue. Drake blue.
Casey's, it's all good. Much more to choose from. It's all good. Favorite food on the go.
It's all good at Casey's General Stores. This month, get any large made-from-scratch single-topping pizza for only $9.99 at Casey's General Stores, your convenience stores, and a whole lot more.
A taste of so much more. It's all good at Casey's General Store.
The new era of Creighton University has begun.
We have the ability to excel.
The wisdom to innovate.
A commitment to values.
A willingness to serve.
With the faith to believe.
And to dream.
One of the finest Jesuit Catholic universities in the United States.
We are Creighton University. Willing to lead.
'Cause
Missouri Valley Conference Game of the Week is brought to you by Emerson, the global manufacturing and technology company. Emerson, consider it solved. By Cardinal Glennon Children's Medical Center, where our love for kids keeps on growing. By Purina Dog Chow, long live your dog. By Ameren, a proud supporter of the Missouri Valley Conference and the communities it serves. And by Slew Care Orthopedic at St. Louis University Hospital. Our surgeons can help keep you in the game. Welcome back to our halftime report. Creighton leading Drake at halftime, 36-32, and a well-played first half for both of these teams. Hi, everyone. Again, I'm Mitch Holtis along with Hall of Fame coach Jill Hutchison, and both of these teams playing well. But how important was it for Drake to get that flurry at the end of the half?
I thought it was huge. They'd given up a double-digit lead. Creighton had the momentum. They've got the home court. Everything was going right for Creighton right then. They needed to change the momentum. Later, we're going to look at points in the paint for Creighton. You said that's a key for them. But it's not just throwing it into the post. They're getting some inside dribble penetration. Almost more of that than actually using the post, frankly. But that was their game plan coming into this. Everybody wants to defend the three against Creighton. And now they can put the ball on the floor. They can attack the basket. They've been able to do that for a long time. But now they've got two weapons, and it's tougher to defend, Mitch. Both teams with good first halves. Where is this heading? Well, they've got great history, these two teams, and they love to upset each other on each other's home floor. We'll take a break. Creighton leading by 4 here in Omaha.
When we give a child the ability to read, it's a gift that will last a lifetime. At State Farm, we're pleased to be part of the Missouri Valley Conference effort to help young people build their reading skills. Children pay attention when student athletes show how much fun it is to read and how reading skills are so fundamental to doing well in other school subjects.
Has anyone ever read this book before?
Launched in 1998, the Just Read program is a community outreach endeavor co-sponsored by the Missouri Valley Conference and State Farm Insurance. The Just Read program has a tremendous record of success. Missouri Valley Conference athletes visit each month with grade school students in their communities to read stories and emphasize the importance of reading in their lives.
The following Saturday, Mr. Peabody's team played another game, and they lost, as usual. But no one seemed to care because they had such a good time playing.
The Just Read program benefits the kids, but it also benefits the student athletes.
Reading just helps you learn and become smart.
I think it's nice always coming out and spending time with the kids. I think they enjoy it, but I think that we really enjoy it more than they do. So any chance that we get to come out here and spend some time with them is always good.
State Farm proudly presents the Just Read program.
Effort, drive, and determination build champions. Be there March 26th and 28th at the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis, Missouri for the 2010 NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Midwest Regional, hosted by the Missouri Valley Conference. For tickets, log on to ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
Every time I step on the field,
on the court,
every time I step on the track, in the pool,
on the course,
every time I step in the classroom, I am a champion.
I am a champion.
I am a champion.
I am a student.
I am an athlete.
I am a student athlete, and I am the Missouri Valley Conference.
I am the Missouri Valley Conference.
I am the Missouri Valley Conference.
The Missouri Valley Conference, celebrating athletic and academic excellence for more than 100 years.
It's been 20 years of Arch Madness. And Fox Sports Midwest and the Missouri Valley Conference want you to help pick the top 20 moments. Here's just one of your choices. 2008 was the year of Adam Emanecker. The Player of the Year was also the tourney Most Outstanding Player, as Drake claimed its first ever Arch Madness title and became the first team in 10 years to win the regular season and tournament titles. Help choose the top 20 by voting now at archmadness.com.
Our halftime continues. It's time now for tonight's Purina Dog Chow Profile as John Walters of Des Moines takes a look at guard Jordan Plummer of the Drake Bulldogs.
Is the first to admit college basketball recruiting is an inexact science. And in the case of senior guard Jordan Plummer, Stevens couldn't be more thankful that she underestimated Plummer 5 years ago.
Believe it or not, she was our third pick, and so it's kind of ironic how things work out, and luckily we still got her because she's had a terrific career here.
Plummer earned playing time early in her Drake career, not because of what she did on the offensive end of the floor, but because of what she did on the other end. Not
every college player wants to be a great defensive player. A lot of college players want to be great scorers, want to be great shooters, and Jordan has the desire to get it done on both ends, and she's figured out in our program, you know, if I play good defense, regardless of what I do offensively, that's going to get me probably 20 minutes a game. So she likes to play, she wants to play big minutes, and she's figured out if I play defense, I can play big minutes for Drake.
But the offense has caught up with the defense, and now Plummer is one of the Valley's top all-around players.
It was just a matter of me finally getting the confidence, you know, I can do this. I'm here for a reason. They believe in me. The coaching staff believed in me. And it started last season, my junior year. And I just wanted to carry the momentum and see what I can do this year, my final year. So.
When Plummer came to Drake, she did all the right things. She listened and watched and absorbed the great leadership that her teammates had to offer.
We had Linda, Cy Longchong, Jill Martin, Lindsay Warden, Brandy Dare, all those amazing athletes before me. So I was just eager to learn and just ready to play whenever I was called on off the bench.
And now it's Plummer doing the leading while others listen, watch, and learn.
It definitely rubs off on the younger players. They're able to see that. Then you see them, you know, getting extra shots in. You'll see them trying to do what Jordan does, you know, diving on the floor or trying, you know, just trying to go for that extra ounce of energy, dig deep and find that extra little bit to try and just go their hardest.
Plummer may have entered Drake as Stevens' third choice, but she'll leave as one of her all-time favorites. For the Missouri Valley Conference, I'm John Walters.
Thanks, John. Jordan Plummer trying to restore the glory days of Drake women's basketball. We'll have more on our halftime. After this, a reminder that Purina Dog Chow. Long live your dog. Missouri Valley Conference Game of the Week is brought to you by Emerson, the global manufacturing and technology company. Emerson, consider it solved. By Cardinal Glennon Children's Medical Center, where our love for kids keeps on growing. By Purina Dog Chow. Long live your dog. By Ameren, a proud supporter of the Missouri Valley Conference and the communities it serves. And by Slew Care Orthopedic at St. Louis University Hospital. Our surgeons can help keep you in the game. Time now to announce the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week. It's Ashleen Bracey of the league-leading Illinois State Redbirds. The 6-foot senior had a great week. Look at this week. Averaging a double-double during the week. Had a career-high 26 points and 17 rebounds against Missouri State. Followed that up with 17 and 11 against Southern Illinois and wasn't done. Had 12 points and 9 rebounds against Evansville. Congratulations to Ashleen Bracey of Illinois State, this week's Valley Player of the Week.
When helping the Missouri Valley Conference celebrate 20 years of Arch Madness in St. Louis, Valley fans can join their teams at their headquarter hotels. Conveniently located near attractions like the Gateway Arch, 10 downtown team properties offer Valley rates to fans wishing to follow their schools all the way to the State Farm MVC tournament title. To book rooms at these properties for Arch Madness or for your next trip to St. Louis, call 1-800-916-0041 or visit ExploreSt.Louis.com.
Mitch Holt is back at beautiful new Sokol Arena in Omaha as the Creighton Blue Jays leading their arch rival Drake Bulldogs by 4 at halftime in our State Farm Valley Women's Game of the Week. Let's take a look at our halftime stats, a production of Ameren, a proud supporter of the Valley and the communities it serves. Both teams are just shooting lights out. Look at that. Threes are about equal. Free throws. Both are shooting better from the field than from the foul line. Also, turnovers have been reduced. Good first halves for both teams. All right, let's go to Jill Hutchison with Drake coach Amy Stevens.
Amy, you got to feel good about your offense, especially in this first half. Any big adjustments second half?
Well, the biggest adjustment we need to make in the second half is stop middle drives and then, guard the three a little bit better. But overall, to be down 12 and fight back, give ourselves a chance. We just want to keep hanging around, Jill.
All right, good luck second half.
Thanks.
Amy's got to be happy with the way her team has played here on the road. Our chat with the coaches all year is brought to you by St. Charles Convention and Visitors Bureau. Making plans to attend the State Farm Valley Women's Tournament, go to historicstcharles.com or call 800-366-2427. We'll talk more about that inside dribble and Creighton using it to have the advantage on Drake. We'll let that when we come back.
Let's go, Brian. One shot.
For every tick of the clock.
The Ohio State Boys Championship is on the line.
What's the bet?
For every bounce of the ball. For every shot I've ever taken.
Switch. Pick left.
They're always with me. That's what being there is all about.
Cardinal Glennon Children's Medical Center brings you tonight's famous Valley alum, Connie Yorie of Creighton, one of 2 Blue Jay women's basketball players to have their number retired. She finished her career with 2,012 points, was first team All-Region in 1986, and inducted into the Creighton Hall of Fame in 1992. As coach of the Blue Jays, she led the Jays to 3 20-win seasons. A candidate for National Coach of the Year this year is the head coach at Nebraska. Cardinal Glennon Children's Medical Center, where our love for kids keeps on growing.
Casey's, it's all good. Much more to choose from. It's all good. Favorite food on the go.
It's all good at Casey's General Stores. This month, get any large made-from-scratch single-topping pizza for only $9.99 at Casey's General Stores. Your convenience stores and a whole lot more.
A taste of so much more. It's all good at Casey's General Store.
36-32 Creighton here in Omaha. Mitch Holt is back with you along with Hall of Fame coach Jill Hutchison. Usually when you think of points in the paint, you think of a post in there and you enter the post. This game has been very different for Creighton. We're not back yet.
Okay.
Hello. Creighton with the lead. Drake took momentum into the half. Welcome back to Omaha. Mitch Holtis along with Hall of Fame coach Jill Hutchison. Usually points in the paint mean you toss it in there. In this game, it's been inside dribble for Creighton.
Absolutely. They've scored off the dribble, and they've gotten that high percentage shot. It's breaking the back of the Drake defense right now. But, you know, I'm a firm believer in high percentage shots. Hit those shots, develop your confidence, and then look for the outside shot. But they have done it with more than one player, and they're difficult to defend off the dribble.
Jill Hutchison's tip of the game presented by Slew Care, whose orthopedic surgeons can help keep you in the game. For more information, schedule an appointment. Call 866-977-4440. Drake will have the first possession of the second half. Interesting, Drake with 5 turnovers tonight. They average 16 per game. Same thing with Creighton. They have just 6 turnovers. They average 17 per game.
Well, and there you saw another inside shot. Hackbarth doing it for Drake, but the turnovers, taking care of the ball, has been exceptional by both teams. And I think the defense has been aggressive, so they're doing a better job than normal.
5 turnovers for Drake, their lowest first half in that category in any Valley game this season. Woodard against a smaller defender and goes right after Jordan Plummer.
That's 6 points for Woodard in the paint. She got 4 really early in the game, but people just don't expect that out of Woody.
Use the size advantage over Plummer. Plummer the inside out and nails the 3. The senior steps up, and this is a 1-point game.
You can just tell Jordan Plummer is getting more and more confident with her shot. After scoring just 9 points in the last 2 ball games, she's starting to feel it.
Now got a big guard and a little as Monique Jones. That on Chevy Herring. Drake's going to get him a chance to take the lead.
Drake doing a little switching to try and stop that dribble penetration.
You said Amy Stevens was going to try to switch everything except the big little.
They were going to do that to stop the 3. I don't think they expected nearly this much off the dribble.
So Drake has fought back from a 12-point deficit. They can take the lead on this trip.
Nice defense by Creighton. They've taken away several looks in there.
Great job by the Blue Jays. Monique Jones had to force a shot with 5 on the shot clock. Woodard, Nelson waiting for it.
Nice job by Woodard. 2 defenders.
McSparran back in a hurry and an and-one opportunity.
Nice finish. That's got to be a confidence builder for McSparran, who's really been a little, you know, coming off a knee, I think is always hard mentally. McSparran taking the contact and going to the floor. You know, she's got to believe her knee can handle this, and so can she. It's such a mental game sometimes, Mitch.
Well, she's a good-looking athlete and a very good get for Drake. They got her out of Apple Valley, Minnesota. Remember, they were excited when they signed her, but no 3-point play as she misses the charity. Creighton maintains the 1-point lead. Herring that time got a little too deep. And it leads to a breakaway the other end. Jordan Plummer's not missed a shot. She is 5 for 5.
And Drake takes the lead, 41-40.
First lead at 9-8 at the 15:31 mark of the first half, and they were down 12 fairly late in the first half.
Drake really trying to help inside now.
Turk goes right at Schuett. And a foul on Creighton.
Oh, that was almost kamikaze going in there.
Two fouls on Schuett. I've been impressed with Turk's aggressiveness in this game. No double figures in any of the Valley games this year after having, or no double figures in 4 straight Valley games, but again, worse than off that bad ankle.
Well, I think that's really slowed her down significantly. And, you know, Amy Stevens says she thinks she's maybe 85% now. Wait till she really gets healthy.
And she hurt it on the ice. I mean, it's been a rough winter.
Class. That's nasty.
There's enough perils on the floor. You don't want to get it off the floor.
The moral of the story, don't go to class? No.
All of a sudden now Drake has become the aggressor. They lead by 3. They attack Turk, and Woodard gets the block and travel with it. But Drake now really gritting their teeth here, playing like their coach's demeanor.
Honestly, I think a lot of this is the defensive adjustments by Drake, trying to take away the dribble penetration, helping inside, and that's giving them the steal, the turnover, and allows them to run in transition.
You see Kristen Turk with that ankle and showing maybe some pain on her face, just trying to push through it. 6-6 time, or 9 turnovers now for Creighton, so they've really jumped up there. As Drake bringing the heat, 3-point lead after trailing by 12. Danae Moore.
Wow. Danae Moore is careering on the 3-point line tonight.
Averages 1 point per game. She's got 7.
Well, she came in here over at the arc.
And these teams have had some great games down through the years. This looks like we're headed for another one. McSparran, tough shot.
She's a spunky little sophomore.
Well, they're doing that at Creighton, what Creighton has been doing to them all night.
Yeah, exactly.
Woodard hit a 3 earlier. And a great offensive board for Katie Frank. Foul. But right now, Jill, Brittany McSparran has been impressive. 2-point lead for Drake. Creighton's going to the line.
Hey, everybody.
Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
I brought potato salad.
Simply perfect. That's how our guests have described accommodations at the Hilton Garden Inn Omaha downtown. We've designed each of our rooms with your convenience in mind, including complimentary high-speed wireless internet and Ethernet access. Enjoy a relaxing dinner at Spencer's for steaks and chops, and wake up to a great cook-to-order breakfast in the Great American Grill. Choose the Hilton Garden Inn Omaha downtown and enjoy everything right where you need it.
Tonight's Valley Flashback, a presentation of Coventry GHP, highlights Drake's Sweet 16 run during the 2002 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. The Bulldogs were the 7th seed, and they upset Syracuse in an 87-69 victory, and then played second-seeded Baylor on its home floor. The Bulldogs got 29 points and 7 rebounds from Carla Bennett to upset the Bears 76-72. Coventry GHP, because your employees deserve a better health plan.
It's been 20 years of Arch Madness. And Fox Sports Midwest and the Missouri Valley Conference want you to help pick the top 20 moments. Here's just one of your choices. In 2000, Creighton point guard Ryan Sears had 15 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals as the Blue Jays raced to a 15-point halftime lead, then became the 3rd back-to-back Arch Madness winner in St. Louis history. Help choose the top 20 by voting now at archmadness.com.
Drake with a 2-point lead. Creighton will have a chance to tie it at the line at the under 16. Second half timeout. Register to win an Arch Madness VIP package, including game tickets, hotel accommodations, and tickets to St. Louis attractions. Log on to explorestlouis.com for complete details. Sometimes turnovers hurt. Sometimes they just blow up on you. Look how divergent this is, Jill.
That's a huge swing, and obviously they've gone from one end of the spectrum to the other, but that's almost the same as their threes. How many wins with threes and how many losses with threes has been a stark difference for the Creighton Blue Jays.
Katie Frank has to blow the dust off the line. She's only 2 of 3, now 2 of 4 for the year at the line. Creighton tonight, Jim Flannery's team, 9 turnovers. It's led to 12 Drake points. Frank splits a pair, the sophomore out of Sioux City, South Sioux City, Nebraska, just across the river from Sioux City, Iowa. And Creighton is in within 1 point.
You know, talking of turnovers, remember Drake was the team mostly concerned about turnovers coming into this game.
Drake's been impressive. They were down 12. Looks like they could run out of the building. Their little flurry at the half is carried over here to the second half. Akbar walks, trying to get some inside out.
You can tell as this half has developed that Amy Stevens wants her team to attack in the paint this half.
Creighton trying to regain the lead, see where they'll go for the points. Schuett needing help, 7 to shoot. Schuett able to get the roll.
That was a nice take by Schuett. She got doubled and she still finished her shot.
13 for Sam Schuett.
Drake running out of a lot of sets here.
Will Schlager missing. Creighton, let's see if they attack. Woodard trails for the 3.
And she was a good 3 or 4 feet off the arc when she shot that.
Came into the game 6 of 25 in her career against Drake from 3. Tonight she's buried 2 of them. And Creighton back to the 4-point advantage. Alex Montgomery has 5 points. And I think even people in Des Moines are going, well, who's Alex Montgomery?
Yeah, isn't that the truth? She's having a night.
She just hadn't played much at all. In fact, season high in minutes, had a first career 3 in the first half. Schuett. Maybe a little advised on that one. Plummer's having a great night.
I'll tell you, to the aggressor go the spoils, and right now Drake is becoming the aggressive, most aggressive team.
Amy Stevens will see Jordan Plummer go to the line, where she's 71 of 79 this season. A 90% foul shooter. Trying to tie the game, and that was dead on. That's one more, will tie it. Megan Nyworth back into the game. Just 4 points for Megan Nyworth, well under her average.
6 boards to go with that, though.
Creighton maintains the lead on the Plummer miss. Woodard, they've done a good job inverting her, Jill. They get her against the smaller guards sometimes inside.
Like that time. That's the second time she scored over Jordan Plummer in this half.
14 for Woodard, 3 over her average. McSparran travel.
Oh, too bad. Nice finish by McSparran in traffic.
You mentioned now the next month and a half for McSparran, if she can get some confidence, that could mean the world, not only for her, but for her team.
Well, the big thing that it does is it takes Plummer off the point, allows Plummer to be more of a scorer rather than a playmaker, and McSparran likes to roll a point. Plummer likes the roll of an off guard.
As even as the league is this year, you want to avoid 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th. Then you got to play into the tournament. I don't care. 1 through 6 could win this thing.
Oh, absolutely.
4 and 4 would be tough.
They've all beaten one another.
It's a push on Creighton. It's 14 fouls on the Blue Jays. Nelson's got the foul. 5 team fouls on Creighton.
That would be Nelson's third, I believe. She's been surprisingly quiet tonight as well.
Nelson, however, gets the board, and Creighton trying to get a 2-possession lead. Under 12 break zone. Schuett, another layup missed. Her and Nyworth now have missed 3 layups collectively.
Uncharacteristic for both of them. Drake trying to get organized offensively with that turnover.
Akbar deked by her opponent, leads to the over and back. Creighton trying to extend the lead, leading by 3. Kelsey Woodard, a good night.
It's all good, much more to choose from. It's all good, favorite food on the go.
It's all good at Casey's General Stores. This month, get any large made-from-scratch single-topping pizza for only $9.99 at Casey's General Stores, your convenience stores, and a whole lot more.
A taste of so much more. It's all good at Casey's General Store.
We've talked about Sokol Arena. It is part of the Wayne and Eileen Ryan Athletic Center built here. This is a fabulous facility now that benefits several teams here on the Creighton campus. The DJ Sokol, the basketball portion of it, volleyball portion named after DJ Sokol. His parents, you see there, David and Peggy, benefactors of not only Creighton University but of the entire city of Omaha. Jill, DJ died in 1999 after a fight with Hodgkin's disease. It absolutely just rocked the community. He was a great kid, and you see a son, a brother, a friend, a champion, and it just devastated the campus. But what a great tribute to his life that ended way too soon for Creighton student athletes and their opponents to play in this facility.
Has a very generous family and a reminder every day of that son. I think that's tremendous.
And of course, Wayne and Eileen Ryan, also benefactors of the entire facility here at Creighton. Just awesome. Woodard trying to get something inside again. And Drake will not let Creighton get a 2-possession lead. Tonight's attendance, 17-13. That's the largest so far at Sokol this year. Monique Jones has been quiet, just 2 points.
Both teams doing a better job defensively right now, stopping the penetration, in spite of the fact both teams are still shooting a great percentage.
Nelson going to shove it up in there. Foul down. That means Nelson gets an easy bucket. Hackworth hit the floor.
Well, that gives Creighton a little bit of a cushion right now.
Oh, this is going to be a walk. So Creighton finally gets its 2-possession lead. And now a chance to extend it. But I've got to tell you, I like what I see from Drake tonight. If they can play like this the rest of the year, they're going to be heard from in the league.
They're going to win their share of ball games if they can keep this intensity.
Turk putting the defense on, 23 in the blue. Trying to battle that ankle, send the lateral movements the hardest.
Well, there's some fighting going on underneath those boards under there, Mitch.
Tie up, Creighton's got the arrow.
You know, both of these teams that were ranked high early in the season, Creighton 1 coming into the preseason, Drake 3. They could easily both finish anywhere in the top 3 right now.
And both teams could be a factor for sure in St. Louis in the Valley postseason tournament, I should say in St. Charles. Nelson maybe a little far out on that inbounds play. Drake's last field goal. Been over 6 minutes. Be a good place to go to get one. She hadn't missed tonight. Plummer and Turk trying to team up. Turk, ooh, a teardrop. We'll throw it in there. Kristen Turk, her first 3 of the night.
I tell you what, she was contested. I just think both teams are trying to crank up their defense now.
Plummer for sure. She leads the Valley in steals and almost got another one.
Yes, in fact, she's 27th in the nation in steals, top 30. She's really good off the ball, I think, and anticipation and going for the steal off the ball.
Hackworth didn't set long, running with a couple minutes, and now she'll run out of the game. 2-point lead for Creighton at the 9:14 mark. Long way to go. Plummer. And a foul on Woodard. Plummer created that whole sequence.
Absolutely. I was just going to say that, Mitch. She got her hand on the ball that allowed that to happen. Turk wants out of the game. I don't know if she's winded or her ankle hurts.
I think her ankle's bothering her, Jill. She's really showing some pain after this.
Nice effort by Turk.
I don't know if her ankle's hurting or not. She goes sprinting to the end of the bench.
She always has that grimacing look when she's playing hard.
She might spend all day tomorrow in the cold tub.
Yeah.
2-point lead for Creighton. A Drake 3 could give them the lead back. Plummer fouled on the 3. Schuett's got her 3rd foul. That means Woodard's got 3 and Schuett has 3.
Those are 2 players they need on the floor at both ends.
Second foul, I beg your pardon. Second foul on Schuett. This will be 3 free throws now for Jordan Plummer to try to give Drake the lead. And keep in mind, she's a 90% shooter at the line. She's had her moments, 29 at Indiana State on just 17 shots. 27 against Air Force. A couple games this year, 12 of 12 at the line against Wichita State.
Yeah, she's got to feel pretty good about her game tonight after having a tough weekend last weekend at home.
She gets this one, she gets the stuffed animal and the lead. Neither. And yet Alex Montgomery tried to get an offensive board. Tied at 53.
We must be a jinx on free throw shooters tonight, Mitch.
Been a rough night for the good ones.
Yeah.
Schuett's 40-game streak ends tonight. Nyworth or Schuett have only combined for 2 second-half points. Nice cross by Chevy Harris.
Great shot by Chevy. I think she's out of her shooting slump as well.
7 tonight. Very cross to set up the opening. And I like Plummer's look tonight. She just has that look. Hackbar. Winning Jones foul. Fouling is an issue now for Creighton.
Yeah. Woodard was really sagging off of Jones, trying to invite her to take that outside shot. She gets beat on that backdoor cut and gets herself into foul trouble.
Woodard, the junior from Bellevue West. Great basketball family in the city. Of course, her sister played here. But now Monique Jones to the line, plus Drake now is in the bonus. And Woodard has to set. Drake down to 15 at the line. Creighton just 3 of 6. One-point lead for Creighton. You would think Schuett and Nyworth have got to get involved here down the stretch.
And I won't be surprised if they do. I think Nyworth is the kind of player that in games on the line, she'll step it up.
He's going to the line. The inside dribble created an opportunity. 2 shots for Creighton with a 1-point lead at the under 8 break in the second half.
There for you and life's daily miracles.
Who's the best? This guy is.
There for you and your guilty pleasures.
Hello, I'm Rick Navarre, president of St. Louis-based Peabody Energy and a proud sponsor of the Missouri Valley Conference. Peabody is the world's largest coal company. Coal is vital to America. It provides half the electricity in the United States and more than 70% in the Missouri Valley region. Peabody fuels electricity needs in 21 countries on 6 continents, and we are a global leader in clean coal solutions, providing affordable energy security and made in America economic stimulus. I invite you to visit us at peabodyenergy.com.
It's the kitchen table conversation that's happening just about everywhere. How to pay this month's bills, how to plan for next month's. Sure, there are times when you have a little left, but what about the months you're a little short? Ameren Budget Billing, the zero-cost way to level out your monthly energy bill to the same amount based on your average usage. So looking forward, you'll know what's coming. And these days, knowledge is power. Now that the holiday season is over, there's never been a better time for a holiday. Plan your winter escape at ExploreSt.Louis.com.
55-54, Creighton, 7:38 to go in the game here in Omaha. Little look at Billy Blue Jay. Let's talk Valley history. Brought to you by State Farm and the State Farm Women's Basketball Championship in St. Charles. 1996, Carrie Welly of Creighton hit 16 of 19 free throws. And a win over Wichita State at the old Civic Auditorium downtown Omaha. Make plans to attend State Farm Valley Women's Basketball Championship at Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri. It's a good time. Go to mvcstcharles.com for more information. Nyworth, just her 5th point as she nails the free throw. Just 3 of 6 the other night against Northern Iowa after going 8 of 8 against Bradley at the line.
But it doesn't stop Nyworth. If she's missing shots, she does everything else. She's still rebounding, still defending.
Creighton getting real aggressive now in the backcourt defensively.
Well, and this was a difference in their game against Northern Iowa. They started pressing the last 10 minutes or so of that ball game, and that was the difference.
They showed some pressure, but not this much. And Alex Montgomery testing fate. She hit that shot in the first half. She just hasn't played much. Probably thinking, you know what, Alex, you got the one.
Yeah, be happy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good that she's not content with that.
Herring's going to crank this one. Schuett had a beat on it.
Allie Jensen in there scrapping for that rebound, and a finish by Nelson. Whoa.
Allie Jensen. It won't be necessarily in the box score, but just created a three-point opportunity for Kelly Nelson.
She's a scrappy kid, and for a little kid, mixing it up with the big ones in the paint, she did a nice job getting the ball out of there. There's no question in my mind that Allie has got to be one of the players considered for the all-freshman squad this year.
Out of Ames, Iowa. Actually played at Ballard. Flanner's done a good job of recruiting Iowa. So has Amy Stevens, of course, but they kind of crisscross recruiting paths.
They do, and I think that's why this has become as good a rivalry as it is. A lot of these players know each other from AAU ball and summer basketball.
A huge three-point play for Kelly Nelson, thanks to Allie Jensen. It's a 6-point Creighton lead at the 6:45 mark.
Kristen Turk wanted the ball so badly, she had Allie Jensen guarding her on the paint.
And a quick three from Turk. Creighton now has a chance to try to extend this to 3 possessions. Nyworth slithers inside.
I think when the game's on the line, Nyworth becomes unconscious. Her whole focus is how to make it a score, a stop.
Amy Stevens trying to stop the bleeding. She's come back from 12 before. What will she do now?
You ready, Axel?
Your dog's one of a kind.
Good boy.
And now you have the power to help significantly extend his healthy years. A groundbreaking 14-year study by Purina proves that puppy chow, then dog chow nutrition, fed properly over a lifetime,
Ready, Axel?
can help extend his lovable antics up to 1.8 healthy years.
Faster, Axel, faster!
Long live your buddy. Long live your dog. Purina Puppy Chow and Purina Dog Chow.
It might just take a little something different, a break from the norm, ordinary clock ticking the same time, same old with the flick of a switch, a new light, new mood, new tone, new pitch, voila, pleasurable indeed, oh yeah, satisfy my need, alright, how I long to be, my soul on fire, my spirit free, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa.
A 9-2 run here at Sokol Arena as Creighton with an 8-point lead at 6:06 to go in the game. Let's review scores. Actually, let's take a look at tomorrow's schedule in the Valley, brought to you by Casey's General Stores, convenience stores, and a whole lot more. And something's got to happen here. Got some streaks going on in the league. But here's tomorrow's slate.
Evansville just picked up their first win of the season in conference play on Thursday, so they're going to be dangerous. Southern Illinois, I think, is going to surprise a lot of people.
And right now, the battle cries, avoid the play-in games. You don't want to have 4 and 4, although it's been done before.
Yes, it certainly has. More times than we might like.
Creighton gets a steal. Schuett a three, and the Blue Jays are feeling it. 16 from Schuett. That's a 12-2 run.
Yeah, that was a soft defensive transition by Drake. They did not pick players up when they got down the floor.
11-point lead. Turk aggressive. Hackbarth stick back.
Drake needs to make some stops if they want to stay in this ball game.
Then you look at the screen, you see everybody spread out in this 5-out look by Creighton.
Yeah, they've even pulled Nelson out of the lane.
And a walk.
Wow, that is, I think, the 5th turnover by Megan Nyworth tonight.
Jim Flannery's team, twice now he's had double-digit leads on Creighton. I mean, on Drake, I should say, and then Drake able to fight back. Drake undefeated this year when hitting 7 or more threes. Tonight they have 7 of 13. Nelson, active hands.
Well, a couple times the ball got batted away down there.
Schuett. Nelson saves the possession. And Flannery wants to reboot the computer.
Now Creighton is definitely spreading him out. I would anticipate they're looking for the dribble.
Reach in. I think Montgomery got a hand on it. Drake's mystery lady, Alex Montgomery, helping him. Turk. Maybe a little too aggressive. Jordan Plummer probably needs to get some looks here down the stretch.
She's not shot the ball for several possessions.
Timeout, Jim Flannery. 3:55 to go in the game. Creighton clings to a 9-point lead as Amy Stevens trying to keep her team fighting. The Valley is celebrating the 20th anniversary of Arch Madness in St. Louis in 2010. You can determine the top 20 moments and players and earn a chance to win prize packages for Arch Madness 2011. For more information, visit archmadness.com. This arena, a great addition not only for Creighton but for the Valley. They have the State Farm Volleyball Championships here in the fall. And you know, Jim Flannery, both these schools play good schedules. Jim Flannery always has. He plays Big 10 and Big 12, and actually Amy's had her moments too where they play tough schedules.
No question. Jim Flannery had a 61 strength of schedule so far this season, but you know, they had 4 losses in non-conference. The average RPI of those 4 teams was 19.3. That's a tough schedule.
Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas was 31 at the time. Marquette, 34. 8 to shoot here. Creighton aware of the clock. They find Nelson alone.
Great assist by Megan Nyworth.
Back to double digits for the Blue Jays. Still time for Drake.
Drake almost looks a little bit tired right now.
Hackbarth bailed out with the foul. Nelson's fouling. Creighton still with some foul issues, but they've got the double-digit advantage.
Where can you get the best milk? From Tom, from Russ, from Laura and Maggie.
It comes from all of us.
We're Prairie Farms, and we don't just work for the dairy, we are the dairy, making sure the milk in your child's school, in your stores, and on your table is fresh and healthy, handled with the kind of care that your family deserves.
We are Prairie Farms Dairy.
Ask for us, the farmer-owned dairy.
Casey's, it's all good. Much more to choose from. It's all good. Favorite food on the go.
It's all good at Casey's General Stores. This month, get any large made-from-scratch single-topping pizza for only $9.99 at Casey's General Stores, your convenience stores, and a whole lot more.
A taste of so much more. It's all good at Casey's General Store.
Since the Evansville Purple Aces wore sleeves. Since the days of the 45-second shot clock. Since uniform shorts were actually shorts. Arch Madness has brought outstanding college basketball to St. Louis. Don't miss this year's State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship. March 4th through 7th at Scott Trade Center. Order your tickets now and celebrate 20 years of Arch Madness in St. Louis.
Creighton breathing a little easier here at Sokol Arena. Let's look at tonight's game reset. Made possible by Emerson, the global manufacturing and technology company. To learn more, visit emerson.com. Emerson, consider it solved. Now, here's an issue. Drake has only got 3 team fouls. If they're going to start trying to foul up at Creighton at the line, they got to foul 4 times before Creighton even goes to the 1-and-1. Creighton with 11-point lead.
They've got a lot to give.
Hackbarth needs both of these. And got just one.
They call it travel. Kristen Turk brings so much emotion to the court.
Turk with 11 points. She's had 16 3 times this season. Hackbarth. And Schuett claims it for Creighton.
As patient as Drake was earlier in this half, and how much they tried to work the ball inside, they're taking a lot of quick shots here.
Let's play a little trivia. Tonight's Valley Question brought to you by the Sheraton and DoubleTree Westport Hotels in St. Louis. For your next trip to St. Louis, including the 2010 State Farm Women's Championship, stay in Westport Plaza. It's a blast. 18 restaurants and shops. All right, first Valley women's coach to induct it in the Valley Athletics Hall of Fame.
I'm going to say Carol Baumgartner from Drake. Absolutely.
And the answer, Carol Baumgartner of Drake. I beg to differ. I'm going to file a protest. How are you not the first Valley coach in the Valley Hall of Fame?
I'll tell you what, Carol took her team to the Sweet 16 a couple times. She had some tremendous players.
Okay, 2 quick fouls by Drake, so there's still 2 fouls to get to the 1-and-1. Back cut, bucket, big. Nyworth in double figures.
Nice patience by Drake to allow that to develop. By Creighton, not Drake, sorry.
12-point lead. It ties the biggest lead of the game. Monique Jones,
nice
aggressive.
Move.
Her freshman year, she had 17 against Creighton in that overtime Valley Championship at the Knapp Center in Des Moines. Amy Stevens calls timeout, trying to figure out a way to erase an 11 or 10-point deficit in 2:16.
This is tough now because Creighton's got enough ball handlers that they can use clock here. Drake has got to do a lot of fouling to get him to the line.
They register to win an Arch Madness VIP packaging, including game tickets, hotel accommodations, and tickets to St. Louis attractions. That's, of course, Arch Madness, the men's tournament, one of the best postseason tournaments in the country. Go to ExploreSt.Louis.com for complete details. That's ExploreSt.Louis.com. Great spirit here at Creighton. Of course, their men's team in the top 10 in the nation in attendance. They average almost the same attendance as Kansas. Creighton at 15,900 average men's game here, and a great crowd here tonight for the women. There's a bump by Turk. Creighton yet into the 1-and-1. The next foul will put him there.
There's no players for Drake that are really in serious foul trouble. That would be the third. I'm sorry, just the second for Kristen Turk, I think.
I think we went well past the 15 minutes that Amy Stevens was going to play her tonight.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. She's getting her money's worth out of her. Creighton using plenty of time here.
Bump. Who's going to get this? They're going to count it. And a foul on Drake.
Nice finish by Shuett after the bump. Shuett takes a big one there. You know, Hackbarth is giving help defense. She leaves Nelson, but how Shuett finished that, I'm not sure she's even looking at the basket.
I think Jim Flannery does a great job of recruiting to his system. By the way Shuett plays, the way Nyworth plays, we've seen him before. Christy Manman played that way.
Yep.
You know, in space, inside dribble, even though they're kind of bigger, 3 or 4 type players. And another great example of recruiting to the system by Jim Flannery.
Well, and he always matches that with good 3-point shooters, good intensity kinds of players.
And yet he waits for that NCAA bid, 5 WNIT bids. But you know he keeps knocking on the door. One of these days he's going to get it. Oh, great play by Chevy Herring.
Great block by Herring. You're absolutely right.
When you're 5'4", you don't get many blocks, but she just got one. .73 seconds to go, and Creighton starts to cruise now.
They had a lot of people step up tonight.
You know what's interesting about this is Drake played well tonight.
I thought they did as well. In fact, I think both teams, certainly they've got to feel like they've fixed some of their offensive woes. But then it boils down to who's going to finish. I mean, both teams are shooting almost 50% for the game. Oh, they both are shooting over 50.
Bland's cleaning the bench at 58.2. Look at Dana Finch on his staff, one of the great 3-point shooters in Valley history. That flaming red hair.
She could drain it.
She just, man, she shot the deepest threes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen consistently in the women's game.
She's told her players this year, too, to quit worrying when you miss it. Just keep shooting the ball. And that was Dana. She could do it.
That'll be her book. Just keep shooting.
Yeah.
Turk has played 25 minutes tonight, well over the quota that Amy Stevens had for her. Now Turk fouling in the backcourt.
Turk's missed some threes, and usually she's much better at the arc.
So take a look at our players of the game. It is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. At State Farm, to us, nothing's more important than being there. How about the night Jordan Plummer had?
For a player who struggled last weekend, her line is impressive. And she did it at the 3. She did it on the dribble. She did it on the boards. I mean, 5 for 5 from the floor, 3 for 3 from the arc, 16 points, 3 assists, 3 steals. Impressive line tonight.
And a lot of candidates. Sam Shuett gets it. Sam Shuett with 19 points, 7 boards. 11 in the first half, 3 threes for Sam Shuett, our player of the game.
She's the X factor at Creighton, and I'm almost surprised she didn't get more ink a lot earlier in the season. But Shuett, 6 for 9 from the floor, 3 for 5 at the arc, and she gets 16 points, 3 assists. I just think she's a special player, and we're going to hear lots more from her in the next year and a half.
Look at Danae Moore, but Jordan Plummer, I'm not sure Drake looked for her enough when this thing was in the...
When it got to crunch time. Yeah, she didn't shoot the ball during the last 5 minutes nearly as much as she probably should have.
I'm not sure her teammates maybe looked for her, found her as much as they should have.
And to some degree, we've got to credit Creighton for taking that passing lane away.
Alex Montgomery with 7 bonus points off the bench for Drake. And the margin of the score, a little bit skewed here. I mean, Creighton had a couple double-digit leads, but Drake been in this thing all night. I think Drake can take a lot out of this game, honestly.
Well, they should. And, you know, I think as long as Amy feels that her team gave their best shot, she's going to walk out of here disappointed, but not mad.
Showed some competitiveness, but Creighton and Jim Flannery, give him credit. The preseason Valley favorite rolls to 7-2 in the league with a 74-61 victory as Creighton ends the game on a 21-8 run. And let's go to our play of the game tonight. Our play of the game, presentation of Amtrak with over 500 destinations to choose from. Make Amtrak your first choice.
Nyworth draws 3, which she should. She finds her open player. Nelson finishes.
Visit Amtrak.com to book your next trip. Amtrak, enjoy the journey. Big night for the Creighton Blue Jays. They had struggled in their last 3 home games, but not tonight. They shot it, they defended, and they make plays down the stretch, and the shoe fit again. Sam Shua with 19 points as the Blue Jays shoot 57% from the field and get the victory over their arch rivals. Next telecast, the I-74 rivalry is on the Valley Package. Bradley tomorrow on the road against their arch rival Illinois State. This is Mitch Holtis. Good night from the Valley.
Let's go, Bron. One shot. For every tick of the clock.
The Ohio State Boys Championship on the line.
What's your bet? For every bounce of the ball. For every shot I've ever taken.
Switch. Pick left.
They're always with me. That's what being there is all about.
Hey, Amy.
Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Well, you're awfully quiet this evening.
Effort, drive, and determination build champions. Be there March 26th and 28th at the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis, Missouri for the 2010 NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Midwest Regional, hosted by the Missouri Valley Conference. For tickets, log on to ncaa.com/MBB tickets.